Hello there. Today I'd like to share with you how I created this little page that I've used recently on my scrapbooking blog hop. It's one photo, which is unusual for me. I usually like to put lots and lots of photos. But the theme we'll be using for our blog hop in January was all about decorative borders. So I've decided that the beautiful Eden dies had lots of decorative borders, had frames and the edge piece, and then this decorative border for the title of the page as well. So I just thought I'd run through you how I created the lovely, well, I think it's lovely, borders on my page. And the colours I've chosen are cinnamon cider and gold foil. It's in the cinnamon cider doily there, and old olive on my background stamping. So I have most of my supplies already organised here in a pile, ready to go. Got my little journaling panels done. There's the brushed metallic dots that I've used as the final embellishment. I've used, now you'll see how I've used, this is the, what is it called? Foam strips that you use often to make shaker cards around the shakers to create your little. There's something for the title, my doily, which I will cut in half, and then my mats here to go behind the photo. There's the frames. I've already stamped these using cinnamon cider ink and the birch stamp set, just to give that little bit of the wood look on the stamping there. So just pop that one aside. So they're the frames already done, and I have done all the die cutting prior to coming on today. So I've got my beautiful frames, the edges, the decorative edges there, and there's a little piece I haven't popped out there, I can see. Okay, so there's my edges and my title frame, the other two decorative edges for the sides, and there's an extra one. I don't know whether I used that or not. Okay, and my photo. So I'm left with my basic white background. I'll just put this out of the way. And the first thing I'll need to do is just stamp a little bit of background stamping there using the Eden's Garden stamp set, which coordinates with these lovely Eden dies that I've used as the feature on my page here. Okay, and I'm just going to use this large image for a little bit of background stamping. Grab a block for that one, pop that on there. Okay, put my page just over here out of the way so I can see, and then I've got old olive, and I will have to, you can have a look here, I've stamped off. I will have to use a bit of scratch paper just to stamp off my image, because as you can see it's quite dark and I only want a fairly light colour there. Okay, so, and another one down there, one to go, just peeking out to make a bit of a decorative border underneath my photo, and then a couple up in this corner, and one more so it can peek out with that decorative border. There we go. My stamping is complete for that part of my project. Okay, I've just kept it really simple on the two diagonals. You can see when I'm putting my page together, you'll see how much I've been working just on the diagonals, basically. I'll close that up. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do for my page is this frame. Okay, now these are all just 12 inches wide, the same as the cardstock, and I think 3/4 inches wide that way. Now to miter the corner, all I've done is to fold over the edge of my cardstock and meet that corner onto the far edge. So going the same way here, just fold that over, bring the bottom corner over to meet the side. Okay, so there's one mitered corner done. Okay, on this one I'll do the same thing, bring that over. There we are. Like that. And then this one, making sure it's going the same direction. That corner over onto the edge. And just to ensure they stay in place, I'm just going to pop a little mini glue dot under each of those miters so that it stays. It's just so much easier than using any other sort of adhesive because it's a small area. Okay, and that'll hold it in place. Oh, it will if you put it in there. And one more just on here, and then there we go. So there's my frame complete. So when I put, I'm not going to miter all of the corners, I'm going to leave those ones complete, but when I put these over the top, that will automatically miter the corners. Okay, so I'm going to use these strips so that I have a little bit of an edge to put my one on each of them. So that enables me to stick underneath the edges all of my decorative border parts. So I'm making sure I've got the foam strip on the outside edge of my miters there. So that's on the long side. There we are. And one more on this side. Now just to create the end pieces, I'll just chop a few here on the edge of my stripping. Pop that there. 1, 2. Right to the, oh actually no, not right to the corner because it'll have to go flat because it'll have the other corner underneath it. So I don't really need that right to the corner. And here we go, 1, 2. Oh, get back there, 2. Okay, right, I'm going to put the long pieces on first. Makes easy peasy sticking it on with the double-sided foam. Okay, and line up my corner right on the edge, using my edge as my guide. That's that one, and then the other long one. Okay, line that right up on my corner there and along the edge. Right, now on these guys I am also going to put another mini glue dot just on the actual corners because that'll sit on the other cardstock there. Okay. There we are. Right. Pop that out of the way there. Alright. Now these ones Just lining up the corner, creating my edge. There we go. And stick the corners down. Okay. And then this one on this side. 1, 2. Start from this corner closest to me because I can see it easier. Line up the side and stick down that mini glue dot. There we go. Frame complete. Easy peasy. Great way to make a frame. I have done this before on pages. I love the look of a frame. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do is mat my photo together. And I've just created, I've used the same colour, cinnamon cider, for my first layer, and then brought out the dark tones in the photo by using a bit of early espresso on the second layer, giving it that lovely border detail. Okay, and then this one looks like I need to replace my blade on my trimmer. There's a few little hairy edges. Okay, there we are. And then I can pop that onto my page. Now I'm not going to put my glue right at the very edges, so I can just poke a couple of things underneath the sides there when I'm creating my extra decorative borders. Now I'm just going to eyeball this. Might take it down a little bit. Looks approximately about the middle. Now I'll start with my doilies. I'm going to cut this into thirds. So if I go across here to that one, and then if I even do that, and then chop off that bit because I won't need that bit inside. There we go. So then I'll just put a little bit of adhesive on the side, and here's why I didn't put my adhesive right on the very edge, because I want to poke that in until you can't see the other detail. Okay, and this one up here a little bit. There we go. And then this one up the top, because it's going to be underneath my title at the top in the middle. There we are. Okay, decorative border number 1. Now we've got these ones. This one. Let's go with this one first. Just pop some glue along the edge there. And then now you can see why I put my adhesive right on the edge, because I'm going to slide this underneath and use the stitch detail to line it up with the frame. Okay, there we go. Next lot of decorative border over here, and once again using the stitch detail to line up the die with the edge of the frame. There we go. Cool. Now these guys, I found the easiest way is I'm going to use my, once again, favourite adhesive, mini glue dots. I go through heaps of these just because they're so easy and quick and strong too, very strong. If you've ever tried to remove one off the back of something, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, get off there. Oh, it's strong, so strong, sticking to my take your pick tool. There we go. Ugh. another one up there. Just picking out some bits of the leaves. And one down here. Okay, and I'll just poke out that one other there. And another bit I've missed. Oh, I thought I'd done all this. Look at that. Rightio. So now, just pop that on my project there. Okay. And once again, I'll try doing it this way so I don't get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 on the very end. That was easier, wasn't it? How many bits do I need to poke out? There we are. All those bits are done. And my other decorative border just there. Okay. Now that's looking pretty beautiful in my opinion. Now I've got my 2 little journaling pieces, labels. I'll stick them onto. This is one of the rectangle dies. And they all have that lovely, and so are this one here. This one goes on the bottom on this one. There we are. And this one on here. Gimpy Rattler is a wonderful train ride, steam train ride. It goes into the hinterland of Gympie. And we had the most wonderful day. It was really a great way to spend time together as a family because everyone's working and growing up and stuff, so that was very cool. And this one I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of to make it stand up a bit. 1, 2, 3, and pop it down there. And then the final touch is a couple of metallic dots on either side of the date down there. And there you have it. My relatively simple but very beautiful in my opinion scrapbook page featuring decorative borders. I hope you've enjoyed that. Bye now.